What up, Danny? What's good? You doing in these streets? Yo.
What do I do to these streets? Try to make a check.
Running up a check on these holes right now.
They'll load it up a check out Danny can't catch them.
Word. So
It's
yeah,
like-
today's topic is how you have so many transgender friends.
It's not that I just have transgender friends.
I didn't say just. I said so many.
Well, I have a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of friends, but I have a lot of people in my life that have been trans. And I'm not gonna use names or anything. I'm just gonna use the situations and how I met them.
Allegedly.
They're like my best friend of all time. Like he and I go way back, 2016, even closer than me and Blake are. Crash, Blake, whatever. I
It's
only
the-
met
it's the Blake and Drake series.
So I was living with my cousins, right,
Mm-hmm.
in Old Lyme. One of my other cousins from Old Lyme, her best friend is whoever she is, because I don't want to use names.
Mm-hmm.
But they're best friends, right? And I met them, and then I met my cousin's best friend's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I knew, he was a dude. He looked like a dude. He acted like a dude. He umped at baseball at Little League games. That's something I did when I was like 14 to get a little bit of extra money. It's very easy. You just can't wear any logos. But as far as I knew, he was like one of the coolest people I ever knew. He knew I didn't have shit. He gave me shit. He was a good ass friend to me. We would go to Walmart. Our constant thing would be going to Walmart to steal like lighters and wallets and shit. He actually is the person who made me like really good at that shit. Like I have to commend him. I'm not saying that he should have done that. I'm not saying we should have done those things.
Thank you, my
But
YouTube listeners.
but we did, and I got good at it through that. And he was like one of the first people to smoke with me after I came out of the group home and shit. Like I remember one time I went to go chill with him at the group home, or I went to go chill with him on a day pass, and I got it, and then he dropped me off, and then he was like, he didn't talk to me for like a month because apparently my sister had said something about how I was blaming him and shit when I never blamed him. I never even said his name. I was just like, oh, I didn't know that he couldn't drop me off. I'll do better next time. My fault. And it was over. That was the end of it. I wasn't even told anything else. Like, it didn't get legal, and he stopped talking to me because of my sister. So that's fucked. We started talking again in like 2017, like 6 months later, after I apologized for something that I didn't do. And then that's pretty much the story with him. I met Balake 2016 in November, and
To protect the innocent.
and I don't know, it was like people would come to me all the time and be like, yo, you know, he's this. I'm like, yeah, but he's actually not a dick to me and doesn't steal my food when I'm in the cafeteria and doesn't throw spitballs at me in class, and is someone that I can actually talk to on a level of where I can not want to punch him in the face 10 times less than I want to punch you in the face. And that's how everyone else in that place was. And it was a boys' home, and he was in a boys' cottage. So that's as far as I knew he was a dude, and that's how I treated him.
So, has there been any times, and ladies and gentlemen, that's tobacco. It's not any harsh drugs.
I've spoken schmackle doodle bop bop. Try it out.
Now, have you ever been in a fight because of one of your friends?
Oh yeah, dog. Oh, like
Can you throw a bitch of grape?
it wasn't a trans person though. It was. I got into a fight. I never got. Okay, so I did get into a fight, but I never got into a fight with like a trans. It was always.
No, not with them, over them, like
Well,
somebody.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I've been in fights, but not with over trans people. Yeah. So I was at the club once, and it was like my first or second time going to the club. The first couple times I went to the club, I was off the shits. Like I was tripping heavy.
Excuse me. Off the shits mean you're taking toxic things.
Yes, for not good. Your body is your temple. That's true. But like,
Unless your daddy can't catch me.
and my body is actually the sacrificial god bull. In the Greek stories when they're throwing them sacrificial bits in. Yeah, that's
Get on
me.
to the store, bitch.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the bowl that holds all the sacrificial bits.
He talks a lot.
And I don't know. I was at the club tripping,
But he's so cute.
having a good
though.
time. It was lit. It was fun. And I don't know, like, I went outside, smoked, me and my roommate, we smoked a blunt, we were smoking a blunt. We were the only two people at the time that were there that were single, I feel. Because, maybe not the only two, but the only two out of our friend group at the time that were really pretty much single. And we were chilling, and this guy comes over and he spills his drink on me. And I'm a pretty mellow guy, like, I get it. If you're too fucked up, dude, I'm gonna tell you, though, like, I'm pretty mellow, like, you just spilled your drink on me, right? And I wasn't getting physical. I was like, yo, good dog, like, you need to sit down and take a breather for a minute, like, smoke a bogey or something. You owe me $20. And that was the end of it. As far as I thought. That guy turned around and said, I don't know you shit. And I swear to God, at that point, I was just gonna be like, all right, well then buy me a drink, motherfucker, or we're gonna fight. But I didn't even have to say anything, because Jensen turned around, homie turned around, homie turned around, we can cut that little part out, I know we can, please. Okay, I'm gonna refrain, okay, so, don't look for him, or her, whoever they may be.
And don't harass them on Facebook.
Me. And none of that shit, because I'll find you, and I'll switch the roles and fucking...
Whoop your ass.
Not even, just...
Oh, we can't say that. We can't say cease and desist.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yes, the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
So, case
in point, homie, homie turned around, smashed this dude, right? And I'm just
dude,
like,
he didn't smash him, he smoshed him.
He smashed him. Like, you ever gone into a mosh pit and seen that dude get hit so hard he hit the floor?
Smoshed.
Yeah, it's a smosh.
Or wheel.
Cleaned him, right? But
Clean
he hit him so hard, yo. And next thing
How hard did he hit him?
Not hard enough, I guess, because he woke up. But it was pretty hard, and I'm just sitting there like, fuck.
We going to jail.
Yeah, basically. And there was this other time that I went, it was like the second time I went, and it was the same situation, but my man's over here, his ex was with another dude. And this other dude was starting problems for this whole group of people we were with. I was with 4 different people, and I was like the heavy hitter of the group. I know it sounds crazy, but I used to be an asshole. And this kid, so
not
my boy,
you.
Not me, never. Oh my God. So my boy's over here, and he's trying to just stay out of the beef, and I see that. I see he's really just over it all already. So he didn't want anything to happen. He was here to have a good time. But when somebody started saying shit to my boy, and about my boy, so there was a point in time when we went outside of the club. We were still in the actual club, but we were outside the dance part area. And I was fucking, this kid, like, looks like he's big and tough and shit, and I just look at him, and I laughed at him, right? The first thing I did was I just looked at him, looked him up and down, and I laughed. I said, LOL. I was like, huh.
He said, lol.
I said, lol. Pretty much I went, lol. Well, that's exactly what I did. And Jensen, I can't, homie was just kind of sitting there letting everyone talk shit. And that's fine, I get it. You want to diffuse the situation by not even getting involved, because that's the number one way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that the other dude that was with homie's ex-girl brushed up against me, and I looked at him, I said, yo, you touch me again and I'm gonna fucking deck you. And he was like, what'd you say? And I was like, yo, you touch me again, and I'm going to fucking deck you. And he was like, oh, alright. Kept walking inside. I was like, yeah, bitch. Because that's what you is. You just talk shit up in front of 5 people when you touched me, and now I'm part of that group, and you ain't gonna say shit to me, you pussy. Because I'm the only one that'll swing back, and you know it.